150,000 Riot police are currently defending the city. But why are they defending, do you ask? Because of this guy, John Wick. The public is tired of his shenanigans, with random civilians getting shot during all of his chase scenes and destruction and all that jazz. So, the populace has risen up to defeat him. 7 million rioters going up against 150,000 SWAT team members and John Wick. We have riot shieldsmen. We also have a multitude of different soldiers with AUGs, with P90s, with various other weapons, and some more elite Spec Ops SWAT troopers as well in the mix. This will be one heck of a battle. If you guys enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into this thing. Starting off in the front line here, and these are flamethrower units. So, SWAT team about to be committing some horrible crimes against humanity here. Destroying and scorching civilians right here at a distance with their flamethrowers, arcing fire out against these civilians and absolutely ravaging them as they try and charge out against the SWAT team defenders. Alright, let's get out of slow motion. I just wanted to see the first volley of flames go out, but now, since there are only 1,000 flame troopers, the rest of the SWAT troopers are going to have to pick up the slack as the rest of the rioters slowly but surely come on out here. Now, these SWAT units have shields and batons. There are 50,000 of them on the battlefield, and they are all on guard mode, so they will respond to the enemy movement in kind. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do. Also, the civilians do throw, like, eggs or something. I think it's eggs. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but yeah, they throw something, which is kind of funny. I'm pretty sure it's eggs because of the chicken in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. I think they just recoded it into a man. A bald man. Bald! Or is that a woman? Is that a bald woman? Or is it a very feminine man with eyeshadow? It's tough to tell. You know, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. But either way, these rioters are pummeling into the riot shields here. Obviously, the riot shield troopers are a little bit more powerful than the rioters, but the rioters outnumber them by so much that eventually these riot shield troopers will all end up down while the rioters continue going forward. Kind of an all-for-one, one-for-all type of a beat. We also have on the flanks over here additional SWAT members with FAMASes. Look at it. Close your mouth, boy. You mouth breather. Then here are the Spec Ops riot troopers. Over here we've got FBI troopers, if there are any left. Over here we've got ourselves some MP5s, silenced. And of course we got the flamers over that way. And in the middle of the city we have our AUG troopers as well. Shut your mouth! Why do they have their mouth open? It's creepy. They got mouth breather written all over them. Either way, at the moment, only 88,000 SWAT units remain, so a crap ton have died at this point. Almost 60,000 have died. That's a big yikes. But remember, it's the riot shield troopers that were never going to last super long. The actual gunners should last a lot longer, although they are getting all out charged in the corners here, and the flank is almost coming to fruition. It's also important to remember we've got John Wick on the battlefield, who is a hero unit. His dual-wield M1911s can absolutely shred the enemies, so hopefully he ends up doing a little something with those, contributing to the battle. We are at 6.5 million remaining rioters, so 500,000 have died already, 500,000, and yet they keep coming forward. They are full charging, full speed ahead, and they just won't stop until John Wick is dead. Wow, what a rhyme. Impeccable. Also, it's important to note, the flamers are still doing great. I think the only way to take them out is to flank around the sides of them. I think that's the only way you really annihilate those boyos. Either way, why don't we go ahead and do a little time lapse here of this formation, because this looks absolutely baller, baby. Let's get it. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alright, the defense is holding, though losses are continuing, so not fantastic news, but not atrocious. The Riot Shieldsmen moving through the flames right now. The Flame Troopers trying to assist them as best they could, but who knows with the friendly damage that's going on right now. 55,000 SWAT units remain. Pretty soon it's only going to be the ranged units. I have a feeling Rioters are getting deep in here. We still got the FBI very intact over this way. The AUG troopers over here also continuing to fire out, and it's good that like every so often one of these Riot Shield troopers will run on out there and start swinging at some of these civilians, because then it just kind of slows them down. It gives more time for the boys in the back to fire away and maybe get a few hits in there as well. Now, the corners over here are getting kind of beat up by the Rioters right now, so that is going to be a problem. Look at this flank happening right now. Oh, and the FBI agents, the Spec Ops agents back here are helping with that flank, but pretty soon I think these flankers are going to come all the way around the back and start hitting these guys. Over here, actually, they're quite close, and they are eating away at these MP5 troopers over here who are trying to make a decent last stand, but it is definitely brutal right now. 53,600 remaining SWAT units and 5.3 million remaining Rioters, so 1.7 million have died on the battlefield. Quite a staggering amount, but still so many to go. So let's continue to watch. I think we should watch this corner over here as these Rioters kind of push inward at them. I think this will be pretty cool to watch. Let's do it. The boys are still attacking, and the SWAT boys are still holding. So this is not horrible at all for the SWAT team. 50,000 of them remaining, so they've only lost 5,000 in this time, which was about 15 minutes or so. And there's 4.4 million Rioters remaining. So the Rioters are still doing at least decently well themselves now, but they are losing soldiers at an alarming rate, so I'm not totally sure if they're gonna make it till the end here. We'll just have to see. There are actually a number of SWAT shield men inside the flamethrower line still, so that's kind of surprising there. Oh, we do have a breach over here. Look at this. They're heading down the city alleyway this way, launching an attack over here. There's also some coming from the left over this way. This is maybe one of the weakest points. The MP5 troopers over here, they're getting hard charged currently, and behind them, the Spec Ops troopers are doing pretty well. They're actually not doing horrible at all. I will say, this is intriguing. I feel like this could be a bad spot for the SWAT units soon. So why don't we watch this as a time-lapse area for a little bit. So far, no breach over here. The SWAT team still continues to hold these avenues, so that clearly is not going to end up being a problem. Also, 3 million remaining rioters and 49,000 remaining SWAT team units. So we might be witnessing an all-out hold here, which would be honestly pretty surprising because of the numbers in the early game, but it could be that just these range units are absolutely dominating the battlefield. Not to mention the flamer units over here they're big money, baby. They are doing big things. Still 3 million rioters, so there is potential for an L for the SWAT team here. And the SWAT team is losing soldiers, just not very rapidly. Why don't we go ahead and do an overhead of the whole battle here now and see what happens with that. But I think this is going to be an easy SWAT team dub unless something changes. Well, we're down to 1 million rioters, so I think it's fairly safe to say that the SWAT team is going to win this one. Oh, did not mean to place that marker. The back here, not a threat anymore at all. It's mainly just the front, really. And on top of that, 44,000 SWAT team members still remain, so about 100K ended up dying during this. We are going to run it back and adjust the SWAT team numbers a little bit to make it basically like a second wave of rioters has come forward. So we will do it so however many SWAT team members are still alive will be in the next battle. Either way, why don't we watch these SWAT team members hold this corridor for the time being until the battle is pretty much donezo. Well, there are 66 remaining enemies on the battlefield. I'm guessing they're cowering. I don't blame them. And 42,000 SWAT units. So, let's bring in the second round with 42,000 SWAT defenders. Alright, so it's very hard to get exact numbers on the battlefield in this game because they get cut off by these buildings and things, but we do have 40,000 SWAT units, so maybe a few more died of dysentery or something like that before the start of the next battle, but also only 6.8 million rioters this time, so tit for tat there. Let's go ahead and press start. And the rioters begin their second charge here. Now, the defense is starting a little bit further back in support of John Wick. We still do have our riot shield troopers back here, but there are less of them, as are less of everyone else. But primarily, the riot troopers are the ones that have the most troopers on the battlefield. Yeah, we'll see how they end up doing. Here we go. The streets start firing the flamethrowers. There we go. Now they're starting to light up the sky here with their Bernie juice. It's not good. It's very not good. We're going to get a lot more inner city fighting this time around, although there will still be fighting on the flanks, like over here, where things could get a little bit rough. I imagine Rioters will also swarm all the way around the back again and hit these guys, but who knows if the back lines will be able to defend like they did last time around. I mean, they do have 110,000 less soldiers this time, although clearly the SWAT team is showing off their mettle in this game because they are quite powerful. But still, I mean, that's a lot less troopers. I'm not entirely sure if it will correlate to a victory. Look at this. Some Rioters actually getting very, very close to these FAMAS SWAT team troopers over here. That could be bad. And then over this way, looks like similar thing happening with the MP5 SDs over here. Why don't we go ahead and watch these guys defend, because I think they were the weakest range unit last time around, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we just witnessed the Rioters taking out, wow, the entire line of MP5 troopers right there. Uh-oh. Look at this, the FAMAS troopers might be up next. We do have Riot Shield men starting to maneuver around here as well, so that's a very, very good thing. That could definitely help out in this little line battle defense here, but not a good thing that this flank is torched. Look at this. That's not good. Of course, we do have the Spec Ops troopers here. These guys are pretty powerful. They're good. Jean-Luc, also, just look at him spazzing out, spamming fire. He's a beautiful man. Yes, sir. And then the FBI agents over here also struggling a little bit. Let's watch them. Okay, those FBI troopers actually held out a decent amount of time, and they built up quite the body pile there. We've also got some choke points over here that will come in handy. Only 9,400 troopers remaining on the battlefield. These Spec Ops troopers are doing a nice job. There's still 6.18 million remaining Rioters, so that is very not good. Over here, the Flamers still doing a lot of work as well, but we got Rioters close on their flank over here. It's really hard to see with the flames, and I'm sure on the right flank, yes, as well, more Rioters over that way. So things are getting crazy on this here battlefield. More FBI agents over here having to hold out. Why don't we watch these guys? This will be kind of cool. Okay, this position is overrun. We've still got troopers on top of this. Is that a UPS truck? Like, literally? This is literally a UPS truck that they put in the game. That's funny. It just doesn't have the UPS logo, but, like, it's so clearly a UPS truck. Okay, we're still holding, but very barely. It's not looking too good. We've got our, you know, different alleyways still being held in various positions, but overall, we're seeing a lot of losses. This is where we're, you know, trying to make the comeback here, is these choke points need to hold. 5.9 million remaining Rioters and 5,600 remaining civilian, or SWAT units, which is not a very good ratio. Oh, another section of the city falls, and we get pushed deeper in here. Luckily, the Flamers are helping out over here, so that's good. 4,500 remaining defenders and 5.7 million remaining attackers. This is getting tight. Oh, it's so Jover, boys. 5.5 million remaining Rioters and only 1,400 remaining SWAT team defenders. Pretty much all of them are on top of the rooftops now. So let's just do an overhead, but yeah, no one's on the ground level, it seems, left alive. They're all rooftoppers. The enemy can glitch their way up. It just takes some time, so we'll see that happen, I guess. Alright, only 2 SWAT team members remain, so the nuke goes off, the Rioters win, but at the end of the day, an epic battle was fought. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.